Imagine knowing or at least sensing how and when you will die. It sounds impossible, yet some famous figures appeared to do exactly that. In a series of chilling coincidences, 15 well-known celebrities made statements, wrote lyrics, or took actions that eerily foretold their own deaths. Was it intuition, fate, or just dark coincidence? From musicians singing about their final moments to public figures voicing haunting premonitions, each story will send shivers down your spine. Here are 15 celebrities who predicted their own deaths with uncanny accuracy and the tragic tales behind those predictions. Number 1. The Notorious B.I.G. Christopher Wallace, better known as the Notorious B.I.G., Biggie Smalls, was one of the most influential rappers of the 1990s. His debut album was pointedly titled Ready to Die, and Biggie often rapped about life and early death in his music. In the song Suicidal Thoughts, he delivered a chilling line. "I swear to God, I feel like death is calling me."
I swear to God, I feel like death is fucking calling me. But nah, you wouldn't understand.
Nigga, talk to me, please.
Tragically, it seems death was calling him. On March 9, 1997, at just 24 years old, Biggie was gunned down in a drive-by shooting in Los Angeles. The fact that he openly contemplated his own demise in his lyrics, even naming his album as if he was ready for it, makes his death feel like a grim prophecy fulfilled. It's a chilling example of art foreshadowing life, as if Biggie sensed his fate looming. But he wasn't the only rap icon to foresee tragedy. Number 2. Tupac Shakur. Like his rival-turned-legend Biggie, Tupac Shakur had an uncanny sense of his own impending fate. Tupac was a hugely influential rapper and actor, famed for his raw lyrics about street life and mortality. In a 1994 interview, when asked where he saw himself in a few years, Tupac bleakly replied, "Best case, in a cemetery. I mean, that's the worst case." He even told a reporter in early 1995, "This is my last interview. If I get killed, I want people to get every drop of truth." His music echoed these dark predictions as well. In one song, he rapped about being shot and murdered and described the scenario word for word. Eerily, on September 7, 1996, Tupac was shot multiple times in a Las Vegas drive-by and died 6 days later. He was only 25. The accuracy of Tupac's foresight is haunting. He spoke of death constantly, almost as if he knew his life would be cut short. His words turned out to mirror reality, leaving fans wondering if Tupac truly sensed what was coming. Number 3. Dala. Not only superstars have predicted their deaths, even rising talents have not been spared. Dala, born Roderick Burton, was a young up-and-coming rapper who unfortunately gained more fame for the eerie circumstances of his death than for his music. In 2009, at just 21 years old, Dala was shot and killed outside a Los Angeles mall. The truly chilling part? He had seen it coming. In lyrics from an unreleased song titled Georgia Nights, Dala wrote, "Waking up in cold sweats, having dreams of going out with a bang. My papa died by the gun, I'll die by the gun." This wasn't just metaphorical. It tragically came true. Dala's father had indeed died from gun violence years earlier, and Dala seemed resigned to the same fate. That he literally rapped about dying by gunfire and then lost his life in exactly that way makes his story especially eerie. It's as if through his music, Dala prophesied the violent end he would meet long before the world ever knew his name. Number 4. Aaliyah. Premonitions aren't exclusive to rap. Aaliyah Houghton, known simply as Aaliyah, was a rising R&B superstar often called the Princess of R&B. In July 2001, 1 month before her death, 22-year-old Aaliyah spoke about a recurring dream that deeply disturbed her. She told the press, "It is dark in my favorite dream. Someone is following me. I don't know why. I'm scared. Then suddenly I lift off. Far away. I feel free, weightless. Nobody can reach me." This strange dream of taking flight to escape danger turned out to be tragically prophetic. In August 2001, Aaliyah boarded a small Cessna plane in the Bahamas and never made it back. The overloaded plane crashed shortly after takeoff on August 25, 2001, killing Aaliyah and 8 others. The imagery of her dream is haunting in hindsight. Aaliyah being chased, then soaring away free, weightless, only to literally lift off in a plane and perish. Many fans couldn't help but see the dream as an omen of the fate that was awaiting her. It's a heartbreaking example of a life cut short just as her career was taking off, seemingly foreseen in her own words. Number 5. Princess Diana. Even royalty have experienced eerie premonitions. Diana, Princess of Wales, beloved by millions, reportedly predicted the circumstances of her own death with chilling specificity. In 1996, less than a year before Diana's tragic fatal car crash, she confided in her personal legal advisor, Victor Mishcon, about a very specific fear. Diana believed someone was planning to harm her. According to Mishcon's notes, revealed after her death, Diana expressed concern that someone was plotting to stage a car accident, perhaps by tampering with her car, in order to kill her or make her seriously injured.
I feel this is the most dangerous phase in my life. He's planning an accident in my car, brake failure and serious head injury, in order to make the path.
On August 31st, 1997, Diana's worst fear came true. The princess, just 36, was killed in a high-speed car crash in a Paris tunnel while trying to escape paparazzi. Her companion, Dodi Fayed, and the driver also died in the wreck. Official investigations later concluded it was an accident caused by speeding and driver impairment, not a conspiracy. Yet the fact remains that Diana described the exact scenario that ended her life. It's as if she sensed the danger surrounding her. Those haunting predictions in her letters and conversations have made her death all the more spine-chilling, even though it was ultimately ruled an accident. Number 6. Pete Maravich. Premonitions can strike in the sports world, too. Pete Maravich, nicknamed Pistol Pete, was a legendary NBA basketball player in the 1970s known for his electrifying skills. Remarkably, at age 26, in the prime of his career, Maravich gave an interview where he voiced a bizarrely specific worry. He said, "I don't want to play 10 years in the NBA and die of a heart attack at age 40. It sounded like an offhand comment, but it turned out to be a prophecy. Maravich went on to play exactly 10 seasons of pro basketball. He retired in 1980, and sadly, the rest of his quote came true as well. He collapsed and died of a heart attack at age 40. The date was January 5, 1988, and Maravich was playing in a casual pickup basketball game when his heart suddenly gave out. He had predicted, down to the detail, the length of his career and the manner and timing of his death. Fans were stunned that his life unfolded exactly as he had feared. Pistol Pete's eerie prediction remains one of sports history's spookiest coincidences, almost as if he wrote the script for his own life's ending years in advance. Number 7. Marc Bolan. Sometimes musicians leave clues about their fate in their art without even realizing it. Marc Bolan, the English singer-songwriter and frontman of the glam rock band T-Rex, had a well-known fear of dying young. In fact, Bolan refused to learn to drive, telling friends he was afraid he'd die in a car crash. His intuition wasn't wrong. In 1972, Bolan wrote a peculiar lyric in the T-Rex song Solid Gold Easy Action. "Life is the same, it always will be, easy as picking foxes from a tree." Fans found the lyric nonsensical, until it proved oddly prophetic. On September 16, 1977, Marc Bolan was riding in a car with his girlfriend when the car crashed into a tree, killing Bolan instantly at age 29. Here's the kicker. The car struck a tree so hard that the license plate, which ironically contained the letters Fox, was found up in the tree's branches, essentially picked from a tree, just as his song phrased it. Even more eerie, one of Bolan's last recorded songs included the line "Summer is Heaven" in '77, and indeed 1977 was the year he died. It's almost as if Bolan had a premonition through his music and personal fears. He sang about a fate that ended up mirroring his own end, making this coincidence one that rock fans still find haunting to this day. Number 8. Frank Pastore. Not all death predictions come through art or dreams. Some happen in casual conversation, even on live radio. Frank Pastore was a former Major League Baseball pitcher turned popular radio talk show host. On November 19, 2012, Pastore was on air discussing life after death and the soul. He jokingly complained about reckless drivers on the freeway, saying to his listeners, "You guys know I ride a motorcycle, right? So at any moment, I could be spread all over the 210 freeway by some idiot who cuts me off. It got a laugh, but just hours later, that very scenario came true. That evening, while riding his motorcycle home, Pastore was struck by a car that had swerved into his lane on the 210 freeway near Los Angeles. He was thrown from his bike and suffered severe head injuries. Frank Pastore never regained consciousness and died a few weeks later at age 55 from the trauma. The coincidence was nothing short of chilling. He had vividly described the exact manner of a fatal accident, almost calling it into existence. His listeners were stunned by how accurately and how soon his dark what-if musings became reality. From prophetic song lyrics and haunting interviews to dreams and offhand remarks, these 8 stories leave us wondering about the nature of fate and intuition. Are they mere coincidences, or can some individuals truly sense when death is near? Each of these celebrities shared a glimpse of their own tragic end, sometimes jokingly, sometimes fearfully, only to have it happen in reality. If you found this list intriguing, be sure to share your thoughts and check out more stories with us. And cherish every day, because you never know what tomorrow may hold.